Asura. And Varahi, she's a commander-in-chief. She's represented like other deities symbolically with the big face. The reason is those sharp things that can burrow the earth. It can burrow the earth. Same way it can burrow in deep in us and release the Asuric energy in us, which all of us have, so that we can acknowledge the energy, those kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mata, matsarya, all the evil. These are the Asuras. They are in us. And she burrows deep inside and reveals them, and then she helps us to control them. That is the symbolism of that face. And she is the commander-in-chief. You see mother's side, right side, she will be sitting. In the biggest battle ever fought is between Lalita Tripura Sundari and Bandasura, one of the biggest battles. That must have gone for thousands and thousands of years, in human years. At that time, Lalita Tripura Sundari commanded her to be the commander-in-chief. And it's a big story, we don't have the time, how many forces helped her, various devatas helped her. And Varahi herself has many aspects. It's a Lagu Varahi, a Swapna Varahi, and Tishkarani. You know Krishna? Tishkarani we should know.
Okay,
Tishkarani. You know what she does? Tishkarani is a devata. She is Upanga devata. All the main devatas are Anga, Upanga, and Pratyanga devata. They are like a next in line. So they will all come. And that devata, Tishkarani, is very unique. You wouldn't have heard that. It's not a common devata. She is a Upanga devata for Varahi. She gives the deepest wisdom. It's very difficult to explain what she does. She does everything. She tells us that yes, you can be submissive, you can devote everything, but you are pasu. You know, the pasu has a vira. We are all pasus, very devoted, we are nice, we understand super sensual forces, but we are not vira. To be a vira, you have to go in that path. And she gives a secret of the path. And it's very difficult to give. Even Sankaracharya, only in the end stage, she revealed that to him. And then he realized that you have to have a samsari aspect. You cannot be a celibate and go to that. You have to have a samsari. So mythology is that he saw the king dying and the queen was crying, so he went to the king. And then he had the relationship. Then only he wrote Saundariya Lahari. He couldn't do it before. At the end, only after the experience, he could write. He could experience mother. And then he wrote beautiful, the final 48th chapter. So this is very, very important. Anyway, that secret, Tishkarani gives, she gave. And you have to have a great, and it's not a well-known or well-recognized, but she does all the purest things we could do, most divine thing. She'll point out to you, you're a pasu. She never tells you you're a vira, unless you come to that, and all the nicest traits she's showing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the nicest traits. But that doesn't make you a vira. You are still a pasu. It's okay, different levels of pasu. Next level, you will understand that concept. In our temple, Divine Mother has told us that you can explore and experience me. That wish was not granted. Even Vashishta has to ask Mother, and Mother says, no, don't ask for that. I can come to you, you can invoke me, I'll do anything, but don't ask for that, because humans are not meant for that experience. But he kept insisting. He was a Maharishi. Then, it's a long story. She takes him to Vaikuntha, then Mahavishnu reveals the secret. So it's a very deeply mystical aspect. Tishkarani is the one who reveals that. And it's very strange the way she reveals that. She'll point out the nicest, highest, most spiritual truths, nicest traits, most spiritual traits. Then she will say, you're a pasu, but higher level of pasu. To be a vira, you have to explore and experience me. Unless Vashishta had asked, we would never have known that. To Vashishta, actually, it was Mahasaraswati. Because Mahakali said, no, don't even ask for that, because you won't exist, and you have to exist when Rama comes in Treta Yuga, just before that, for Jnana Yuga. You cannot become one with me, then you won't exist, and who is going to teach Rama in Treta Yuga? So he said, no, you cannot have it. Ultimately, she gave it to him, and he gave some of it to the world. Most of it, no, because you have to be qualified. But that's why people say you have to be a samsari. That's the reason why Vardhu went to India and got married. Just for that, to reach the highest. So that wish she has granted. But Varahi Ambika, she has three important aspects: Lagu Varahi, Swapna Varahi, and Tishkar. And very deep mystical truth. Swapna Varahi gives very deep, she tells about Adi Atmika, Adi Bhaudika, Adi Devika, what aspect of you. Adi Bhaudika would be the physical illness in the body. Adi Atmika. Adi Bhaudika would be external enemies. Adi Devika is divine enemies. Divine itself, certain aspect of the divine, they become, that's why they call them asuras. They cause major damage. Your mental illness is caused, depression, all the, that's why she removes that mala. Mummala, there are many mala. Mala means feces, technically. There are many. Mummala is the main, and she helps. Those are the Anavam, Maya, Karma. Those are three main mummala. If you understand that, Anava, Maya, and Karma, whole creation you'll understand. If you know each one, what the significance of that is. That mummalam, she helps. That's why she represents like that. What does pig does? It goes to the dirt. What we reject and we pollute, it removes. So pigs have the use. So it's not a low. So they use that as a symbolism. All these are symbolic. All the superstitious forces, they don't have a physical body. But the rishis understood what they're supposed to, and they give a form and the name and the murti. That's the reason why she is in that form. Because pig takes what we reject, what we pollute the earth with. And she similarly purifies us. The Anavam, Maya, and Karma. There are many malams. Those are three major ones which keeps us here time after time after time. The minute you're born, you got those three immediately. And then you think, I think I'm so and so, I'm a physician, I really don't know me. I'm divine, I'm part of her, but I don't know that. And I never realized it till, that's why the term self-realization is a beautiful term. Self is Atman. Realize that you are that, you are not this. It's a beautiful concept. And that form represents that. And to do that, all the asuras come and stop us. They don't want us to know the truth. They want us to be in ignorance. Ganesha comes, he helps us, he shows the wisdom, the Mooladhara wakes up and the Kundalini wakes up, it goes up. That's the symbolism of Ganesha. That's why Ganesha sits in Mooladhara. But millions and millions of asuras stop us from knowing it. And she, Devi, destroys them. But they were never destroyed. They always exist. Each asuras, Bandasura is the one which main battle between Lalitatri, Sundari and Bandasura. All the devatas, Saptamatrukas, millions of devatas. It's a beautiful story. Goes on for thousands of years, that battle. And she is the commander, and how she comes, and how she instills as Tishkarani aspect, the ignorance, what we do not know, and they don't want us to know. So that we'll have many, many lifetimes, almost 1 million lifetimes we have to come to know it. But we still need her, because you have to destroy, acknowledge the asuras and destroy the asuras. And she represents them with her divine grace. And they invoke many, many mantras, very beautiful mantra. And he covered every deity. If you listen to mantra, all the deities he covered, because each one represents one aspect which we need to destroy the asura. How many asuras? The millions and millions of them. And she, with her grace, we are able to know them and destroy them. And the mummala, main mala, is Anava, Maya, Karma. Once you understand it, then you realize we are divine and we have to recognize it. and go back to where we came from. That is the origin of Mahamaya. That's why this Sannidhanam is Mahamariamman, is Mahamai, the first pure consciousness. That's all existed. Nothing else existed. Then she became millions and trillions of life form, and a piece of her goes into the Atma. And then she gives every life form chance to evolve. In the earth, we are the highest.